Welcome back to Bit Heroes. Alright, today is just a normal undefined day. We're just going to use our regular 25% and see what we can get. So, we'll do PvP and stuff while we're waiting for people to come. Shouldn't take too long. So there is no badge stuff this week. There's no GVG or invasion or expedition or anything like that. We just got through the Turkey invasion. So, William, good morning. Good morning, Pretzel. Nice. So it'd probably be even a bit of a quicker stream as well because we don't have that to get through. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. There's a new world boss to talk about. There's elemental gear to talk about. There's thoughts and feelings to talk about. So, it's a bit to cover. There's the armory not working very well to talk about. Cursed Cube, welcome. What's going on? I have no idea how many fire blossoms I have. I know I need to... Fuck. I think... Oh my god. I know I need at least 2,000 to upgrade the camo set. And if I wanted to do the ring and offhand, ring and necklace, I always call it ring and offhand. Probably need like 1,000 more. So 3,000 all up. I think, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 2,000 for just the camo set. And 8 of the, we'll check after. And 8 of the set piece material stuff to break down with. I think I might have the set pieces, but I don't know if I've got the blossoms. Fuck. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Crispy, what's going on, man? Welcome. You've been in and out fleetingly recently, but either way, it's good to see you. Even for a little bit, for ever so long. 1080 Trials Gauntlet with 2+5 glass dosses. Still get crushed. Mind you, my augments are trash, but still, it's pretty rough. Okay, is this actually a song or is this just dark, ominous music? Oh yeah, I changed it. Today's a good day. Probably here most of all the stream. Nice. What's today? What's up? We've gone from dark ominous music to like doing a quest for someone on a rolling field. Alright, that's what this sounds like. Adventurer, go get me 18 rabbit pelts. Alright. You ride out into like this open field looking for rabbits, and this is the song that's playing in the background. Just not a whole lot. Well, sometimes, / all the times, for me, when not a lot is happening, that's the best time, right? You just get to relax and sit down and do nothing. It's pretty good. I love doing nothing, it's great. Doing nothing is where it's at. Doing stuff is for jerks and putzes. Did I just heal him? I think I did actually. I used his heal anyone skill to heal himself, which does heal for more, but still, that's a bit funny because you can heal yourself for free. Okay. What? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? Welcome, but what does that mean? That's your username and your new accessory is good? Is that what you mean? Which? Come on. Come on, don't fail. Die. No, not me. Oh god. Still so stressful. Alright, sorry. Can you check it out? Check out the new accessory? What new accessory? Hang on, wait. I mean, you want me to look at your character, I think, is what you're trying to say. Malefios. Brighthammer, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Malefios Imp? I don't think I spelled that right, but we'll see. I did not. Hang on. MelifiousImp2. There we go. This, yes, this is good. Yeah, much better. Much better. Lifesteal is shit. Dual Strike or Impaler are the best two for DPS. So good. That's good. Good upgrade. Lifesteal is trash. Judge, what's going on? Guess who used his monthly red ducky? Did you know? How was it? I'm stuck spending all my time on rune fragments now to get block. Well, you got to use them for something, right? Got to use your time for something. There's always something to do. There's never, you know, there's never a time where you can just sit back and go, you know what? I've beaten bit heroes. Always something. Even the whales, there's something to do. You know, it's probably not the most exciting thing, and a lot of people get bored when they, like, some of the whales and stuff get bored because they're like, oh, well, I have all my gear, I have all my sets, I have all my things. I've got all my, you know, fams that I want plus 5'd and all this stuff, but there's still stuff you could, you know, like for whales and stuff, I mean, you could farm different sets, you could up tier different sets, you could try and plus 5 every single familiar in the game, you know, technically there's always stuff to do, but having a goal is the best. So you using all your time on rune fragments, at least you got something you're looking forward to, you're trying to do. It's pretty good. I guess the later you get into the game, the more kind of what's the word, the more of a direction you take, right? So early game, it's just like the whole focus is just like playing and trying to progress. There's not really a specific thing you're trying to do. You're just trying to get through, you know, or maybe it's like reach raid 1 type thing, but it's just like playing. But as you get through further into the game, it's like, okay, I really want, you know, my Glazdos or something, so I really need to hit extermination hard, You have like this little plan in your head, and step by step you unveil the plan, and then you make a new plan. Hey Chook, I need high TS friends for R7. How can I find them? No one is accepting my requests. You'd be very lucky to have someone just accept your request if you just send them one. So if you just send like some level 400 player request, there's not a big high chance that they're just going to add you. A lot of people will add you from being on Discord servers and stuff. So like you can join my Discord server if you want. and people in there from my community, such as Roasty, just there, said, yeah, I can add you type thing. So I would go to Discord servers, and as I said, you're more than welcome to come to mine, which I will put right there. There's a Bit Heroes room in there. Just go in there and say, hey guys, I'm new to the Discord. I'm looking for friends to help me with R7 Heroic. Can anyone help me? That type of thing. And I'm sure a bunch of people will help you out. But just randomly inviting people to be on your friends list. Because in this game, you can't chat to someone unless they're on your friends list, which is a bit silly. So you can't like send someone a message being like, hey dude, I really need help. Do you have a free slot or something? People will just log in and see like, 18 friends requests. Like what I do. I'm not being picky to people. Like here, 13. I got 2 friends requests. Like one of these could be you. I just decline immediately because I have 100 out of 100. I don't know who they are, etc. So I can add you if someone's been offline. I can delete them. Whack has been offline for 1 day, so I can get rid of him and I can add you instead. Do you need me? If you need me, I can add you. If I would be of use. But yeah, I would ask in Discord servers and stuff rather than just randomly throwing invites out and hoping for the best. You might get 1 or 2, maybe, but it's much more likely to get it if you approach someone and have a chat to them first, type thing. And you can't do that in game. So that's my advice. Scort or Oleska is the main question. Scort 110%, but Eularis over Scort because Eularis is super duper easy to get to +5. Scort is not, because you need a bunch of mini serum, and mini serum can just be found anywhere in the game, so you can't really farm it. To get Scort to +5, you need 60 mini serum, I think, maybe, and you just get it randomly, so there's no way to actually farm it. So you might not be able to +5 Scort for another 120 levels. You might be able to do it in the next 30 levels. It's just completely random. Whereas Eularis, you can just farm the fams and get him to +5, as soon as you can get the fams. So I vote Eularis over either of them. Yeah, IGN is Collier 9. Okay, this one. Do you need me though? If you need me, I can accept it. I assume you need me. You're a huge help. I'm a huge help. All right, I'll go add you, dude. Going for new elemental gear in Trials Gauntlet. Yeah, there's mixed feelings, right? Okay, I'm sorry, Whack, but you have been offline for 24 hours. That is the rule. Should we take a look at Collier? My god, it's slow today. What is this? Okay. Anyone that's in chat or anyone that can help out Collier, if anyone's here and is offering spots, throw him an ad. Collier 9. I wish there was like a follower thing, add a friend thing. Followers just chat, friends, so you can chat to people. Yeah. I don't know why they've made it so you can't whisper like a specific person. I kind of get it in the fact that, people would just be whispering, the famous people or the whales and all that sort of stuff like all the time, and they'd just be like, oh, go away type thing. Like if, I don't know, again, I don't really know the whales. I've said this a million times, but SSS1, everyone knows that guy, right? Of that guy. Like imagine he was just playing and he was just getting hundreds of messages a day from 10-year-olds being like, oh my god, you're so cool type thing. So I guess that's why, but I don't know. My phone timer is about 3 weeks to 2 months. Mine's a day. Mine's 24 hours, but that's because I've constantly got people asking me in stream and on YouTube and all this stuff. If I wasn't doing content creating and stuff, I'd just check it once in a while, being like, oh, this guy's been off for 3 days. Okay, kick and add somebody else. But because I'm doing this constantly and people are always asking, which is fine, and I'm here to help, I got to be fair, right? So I think 24 hours is fair. 24 hours is like the norm. And then you got the whales that have 12-hour kick timers and stuff, which is a bit ridiculous. Who is SS1? Was he in the SS during World War II? I don't know. I don't know what even is he up to these days? Oops. There you go, 824. It's crazy. Crazy. What is this song? It's also crazy. Is Hilarious epic or legendary? Where can I get him? It is a epic. You can get him from Zone 7, Dungeon 1, I'm gonna say. And all of the familiars that go into him are all in the same dungeon. Oh. I've made a like comprehensive familiar guide with suggestions and where to get them all and all the rest of it. So you can check that up on my channel if you want. Otherwise, Zone 6, Dungeon 3. There you go. Go to Zone 6, Dungeon 3, and every single thing you need for your Larius is in there. You need you know how like in a dungeon there's the boss and then there's 3 different enemies in there. So like there's 4 here, but you know, like say the tree, this thing, and the wasp. You know how in the dungeons there's just 3 different enemies. You need 6 of each one of those. You fuse 6 of one, 6 of one, 6 of one, so 18 familiars together to make one Hilarious. So you need a few. You need like quite a few fams to be able to fuse him, but they're all just like common and rares, so you get it done real quick. And Hilarious is really good. So Hilarious and Remy T is the way to go to get to max tier, and then you can start working on whatever the hell you want. Okay, what is my thoughts on elemental gear? I don't like it personally. I'm not here to shit on Congregate or anything, but I don't like it at all. It's not for me. Speaking of which, does anyone want to do it? Is this just tier 11? It has to be, right? Yeah. Does anyone want to do some new world boss? Yeah, you have to find someone who does like it. Yeah, I don't know. Roasty, you'll do some? Okay, nice. After trial? Okay, I can wait. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to shit on Congregate or whatever. It's just some things work, some don't. Some things fit in games, some don't. I don't like elemental stuff in other games. It's, you know, it is what it is. In this, not so much. I did mention in videos and streams many, well, probably not streams, videos like a year ago or more. People ask me, what do you think they could add? And I was like, they could add, I kind of like elemental gear, but I was saying like status stuff, so they could add in poison or stun or like the ability silence, like the ability so people can't use their SP, stuff like that. So it's elemental's kind of like that, but it's the whole, it's just going to be more status effects would have been better. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, stun probably would have been OP though. Just stun everybody and they can't attack. Invite? Okay. Spent the progression of 10 tiers getting DR and now it becomes useless. What, because of elemental? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like it. And I have to be careful what I'm saying because I try to remember what's common knowledge and what's not from the council. So I shouldn't really talk about it. But overall, my opinion is I don't personally like it. So that's my take on it. And from a personal perspective, I don't like it because I just don't like the kind of theming behind, like why it's there. But the other reason I don't like it is because it's just another thing to get, and us free-to-play players are, you know, it's hard enough for us to get the things and keep up, and then now there's another thing on top. So it's just, you know, just becomes too much after a while. It burns people out and stuff. And one of the concerns I raised was, which is not, I'm sure it's not a concern that like a what am I trying to say? A concern that only I have. I'm sure there's thousands of other players. Is the fact that like if things keep getting introduced, entry level, like the retention of new players is just going to get worse and worse and worse, because they're going to come in, they're like, how do I play this game? To start with, because there's not, the tutorials in this game aren't very good. Hence why people like myself make videos to you know, help out people and whatnot. But the more and more mechanics they put in, the more and more things that they put in, it's going to be more and more like, holy shit, there's too much, and people just don't understand and you know, can't be bothered with it. You know, it's like there's some scientific thing, like you need to you know, if you don't hold someone's attention within the first 20 minutes of a book or something, or 20 minutes of a movie, most people stop watching it. Or if you don't get someone's attention on a music album within the first 2 songs, a lot of people stop listening. That type of thing. I can't remember the specifics, but it's like the first little bit of whatever media it is needs to be really strong. Otherwise, audience retention for whatever that medium is lower, right? So people come into Bit Heroes and they start playing and they like it, and because some people get in and get addicted within like, you know, 2 days. They're like, holy shit, this game's fucking great. And then as they go through, they realize all the different mechanics and what's coming up and stuff, and it gets a bit overwhelming, and they're like, nah, I can't be bothered. So I just feel like the more and more stuff that comes out like that, the worse that type of thing is going to get. So it's good, I guess. Well, I mean, everyone's got their own opinions and stuff. For people that are already established in the game, because it's, you know, it's more content, it's more thing, especially for the pay to win people. But yeah, for new players, it can be rough, because it's just like, it's just overwhelming how much stuff there is to do, and looking at what you have to get done to get to where you need to be, to then get to this, to then get to that, etc. So yeah. Anyway, the fact that stuff becomes physical, and there we go, figured out split screen, chatting and playing. Nice. How much energy do I have? I have 183, I want to say. It's Christmas, apparently. It's Christmas by Danny Evo. I haven't got anything from this yet. I haven't got a legendary or anything yet. I think I got one epic, which is the chest piece I wore. I thought I'd wear it as cosmetic, and it doesn't really look like anything. It's just white, silver, and gold kind of meshed up into some kind of vomit, which is not the best. I don't even know what the legendary gear of this looks like. Yeah, it's also, since I was talking to William as well, since the armory went live and it's not really working well, and then all of the elemental gear stuff as well, like my raid team is just completely shit the bed. Like I'm having serious troubles doing raid sometimes. Sometimes I do it without a problem, and then sometimes I pretty much get wiped. I'm down to 2 people on the final boss. So you got Sofa, sword and chest. Yeah, so I guess the whole, like, they brought the armory out before this is just a guess, conjecture, but they brought the armory out before the elemental stuff so that people could have their you know, DPS and their bait and their tank and their whatever they want to be, and then set, so like they're done, so people can use those already established things, and then they can dick around with elemental. Because say this elemental stuff came out and everyone was dicking around with it, just everyone's raid team would be rubbish, because people would be trying it all out and this, that, the other. So I guess the armory is there first, so that people can go, okay, here is my tank. If you want me as a tank, here it is. This is the thing that I got. Here it is. If you want me as DPS, here it is, etc. Now that the elemental's out, I'll just dick around on my own. But it's not working well for me. Like their stuff's not saving. Their mount isn't getting saved. It's kind of a bit of a hot mess. So I'm just running with whatever people like it used to be. I'm just running with people whatever they're currently wearing. That can be a bit rough. I've been farming as earlier raids instead for now, because at least I can do that. Why are you doing the earlier raids though? Thank you, Roasty, as well. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can do it. So triple basically never changes, which is good. Eagle never changes, which is good. Well, he changes his gear around, but he's always a bait. Elo should be DPS still. And Penniless is... Okay, see, Penny's now gone to DPS. So now we need to change her. Rev Me Up is back as DPS with the full elemental gear. Chaos is a really high HP tank. PhD, you still tanking? You are. Okay. Chicken noodle. Nice. Alright, we'll go with this. See how this goes. Oh yeah, R5. That's right, to get +5 S-Vord. I kind of get that. Today I went into a raid without armor on. Like I was being carried by a mofo. I found that Gauntlet has started becoming easier than Tank for me. Because 3 levels difference. I found that Gauntlet has started becoming easier than Tank for me. Than Tank? Trials? You mean Trials? Gauntlet for me is always easier. Out of Gauntlets and Trials. I don't know why. I know I'm in the minority. But, yeah. Gauntlet is always... Trials, yeah. Gauntlet's always easier for me. I don't know why. Gotta go, Roasty. Alright, dude. See you later. I enjoyed that that video you put up today. That was very cute. I might actually take that as a soundbite and use it somewhere on the channel. If you're okay with that. I might use it as my bit donation or something. It's pretty cute. Okay, this seems to be working okay. This is like a normal kind of raid run, build, team thing. The thing is, like, all my like top whale friends are all over the place at the moment with gear, so I can't really rely on them. Apart from Eagle. Eagle just doesn't seem to change. He doesn't even have his armory set up. It's just what he is what he is. Which is kind of, I don't know, the armory is there for a reason, it's just not working properly. Is it working for anybody properly? Or is it just, like, am I the only one having issues? I assume not. You having some issues? Yeah. Haven't touched it? Oh, I haven't touched mine. I just meant like with other members. You know, like setting up your tanks and your DPS and stuff. I mean, when it actually like works as it should, it'd be good, right? Because that means ideally you only need four people on your friends list for getting through raids. The other 96 people you can use for give away friend slots and stuff. Because the 4 people you've got, providing they're whales, of course, you know, you can set 2 to tanks, 1 to a bait, and 1 to the DPS, and then you got your team filled. Right, and then you can just swap them around as you need them. Swap their sets around. It just needs to work, that's all. Sorry, I'm just quickly looking at something on my off screen. I know that's kind of rude, but... 1 second. Okay, sorry. Just needed to fix something quickly. My god. Okay, I don't know how it's supposed to work. For me, I change my equipment, then I go to Armory, change it again, and leave. And I only have... and only then can I break the equipment down. Don't the real whales just have their pets as other roles? Hang on. I don't know how it's supposed to work. For me, I change my equipment, then I go to Armory, change it again, and leave. And only then can I break the equipment down. I don't know what that means. If you're wearing gear and you save that as one of your Armory slots, and then you delete that gear, it's gone. You can't then rewear it because it's gone. Is that what you mean? You still need to have the stuff in your bag to be able to use it. It's just saving a layout. So, hang on. So for instance, right? I can't go to my Armory in here, but I've saved this. I've saved what I'm currently wearing right now as my like dual strike build. It's the only build I have, but let's say this is the dual strike build, right? Then let's say I changed it to, I don't know, let's just say I put this ring on and this helmet on and this offhand on. So it would replace ring, helmet, offhand. And I replace that. And then I saved that as, you know, Armory slot 2. I couldn't then delete this stuff to make room in the bag or whatever it is, and then still be able to use Armory slot 2 because it's not in my bag anymore. It like it's trying to equip something, it's not there. So yeah, you can't save stuff to the Armory and then delete that gear because then it won't be able to equip that gear because it's not there. So it's just saving you swapping gear back and forth manually. You just select the loadout, and then well, let's try and see what I can talk about. So here, Armory, right? This is my dual strike thing. I don't have a second one because I don't need a second one. But if we look at triple dot, for instance, this is his Venom set. Here's his block set. Here's his meme set, etc. So he's got all this gear in his bag. So yeah, and he just goes between them. You can just pick between them. But he has to have all that stuff on him at all times. I can't destroy my equipment when I only change my equipment in the character inventory screen. And not my armory. I mean, the armory is mainly there for... Because at the moment it won't even save cosmetics, right? It just saves the gear. When you equip that gear, it changes the way that the cosmetics get dead, effectively. And it just makes you look like the gear that you're wearing. So you could look like what Eagle is here. Right now, it's the mount will be the same, but with the snowman and the gingerbread axe and all this sort of stuff. If I clicked this set that he's wearing in the armory, it would just put on what he's what the gear actually looks like that he's wearing. So cosmetics don't save. So there's no real point making an armory page if you're, in tier 5 or something, because the cosmetics don't change. So you can set up like 3 different cosmetics or something and just change between them really quickly. That doesn't work. And as you're leveling up, you're not going to be keeping different types of gear and stuff. So you're just going to be using whatever you get to the main, to the end tier and stuff. So the armory is really only for like end game, right? During the mid game and stuff, there's no point, because you're not going to be using 2 different sets of equipment. So I wouldn't worry about it too much until you get to tier 11. So for me, right, I'm a one-trick pony. I'm all dual struck. I've got my gear, everything. If I think we talked about this in a recent stream, maybe not the last one, the one before that, maybe. If I was to get some Empower gear, right, I could make a second slot. So let's say I got it's Mega Offensive Pet. No, okay. Let's go with Mega or Offensive Accessory, Large Accessory. Here we go. Let's say, this is this thing. Where's Offensive? Small Offensive, Large Offensive Accessory box. Here we go. Let's say I got William, you've got it. It'll be easier showing it that way. Let's say I got this, right? And I got a bunch of Empower from this. I could then wear this. Pardon me. I could then wear this. I could then put some runes on, some Empower runes as well. And then I could change my enchants to some Empowers as well. And then save that as a second loadout. So I could have like my one loadout being purely dual strike, second loadout being like dual strike and Empower, and then swap between them. That would be about the only reason why I would make a second slot, is if I got, that. Or next tier maybe. If there's a DPS set in next tier and I manage to up tier this DPS set, and I can just swap between them two, that type of thing. But in general, as a free-to-play type thing, the armory isn't really that important, because you're not going to have multiple sets. I'll go and take off everything and I'll be naked. And hope then I don't need to change items every time on 2 sides where I don't care about one. I'm still confused, honestly, in what you're trying to say. Oh, this song is making my head hurt. I don't think I'm fully understanding what you're trying to say. I just wouldn't worry about the armory at the moment. I'd just wear the gear that you've got and then replace it as you go up, and just not worry about it, because you won't need it. It's pointless. Because as you upgrade the gear, and delete it, then it won't be in the armory anymore anyway. Assume the answer is yes, but should I save up for the 5,000 accessory box? Well, we've talked about this in length over the past month, and there's multiple different thought processes about it. right? Everyone has their own kind of opinion on it. My opinion is yes, to get the thing you're after. So we'll go through that in a sec. When I get a new, better item, I want to just equip it and be done. But since I have the armory, I also have to go into the armory and change it there. Or can I destroy it and get back the parts? Right, I think I know what you're saying. No, well, hang on. My God, I can't get rid of it. If you get a better piece of gear, just equip it straight away. I wouldn't worry about the armory at all. I just ignore that it exists, because until the final tier, when you start getting 2 different sets of gear or something, the armory is pointless, right? I don't even need to use it. I have my armory set up, but I don't need it because I never change my gear. So, like, you know. But then I also need to change it, the set in the armory, to destroy the old item. Oh, it won't let you delete it if it's stuck if it's in your armory. Is that what you're saying? Like, you can't delete something if it's in your armory layout? Can you just delete your layout? Or save your layout as naked? Just save a layout as naked. Ron, welcome, man. What's going on? So Crispy, getting back to your question quickly. For me, when I went up to the tier 8, my armory still had tier 7 stuff, so I couldn't exchange it. Yeah, the armory, it's got issues. It's definitely got issues. If you're just leveling up, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just set it to naked, and then just upgrade gear as you get it. Because you're not going to need it anyway. It's just an annoyance now, right, for you guys, because this is happening. Crispy. So here's the thought process, right? You want a legendary. If you buy the 5,000 box, 5k box, you have a 21.3% chance of getting that legendary. It's 1 in 5, more than 1 in 5. Well, by a little bit. Chance of getting a legendary. I can't go naked anymore. I'm so confused, man. I don't know if, hang on, look. Let's go to, I just don't think I'm understanding what you're saying is what's happening here. Because I'm trying to answer what you're telling me. There is no unequip button? Okay, hang on. Let's take a look. Anyway, Crispy, you go, and when we get out of here, we'll do Crispy's thing first, so I can get out of the way. Here we go. Shop. Mega offensive pet. So, you have a 21.3% chance of getting legendary in here. So slightly higher than 1 out of 5 chance of getting a legendary. Let's say you get the legendary from the 20%, 1 in 5 chance. Then you can then spend all of your gems from then on buying these smaller ones and just getting a bunch of pets or accessories, whatever you're going. Let's say pets, because this is eggs, right? So we'll talk about pets. So say you buy this, you get the pet, you get the legendary pet. That's awesome. Then you can buy all the cheaper ones to just get a bunch of pets to break down into the materials to upgrade that pet, the legendary pet that you got from the big egg. So buying a big egg, you got a much better chance of getting legendary. Once you get that legendary, you just buy a crap ton of smaller eggs to get pets to break down to upgrade the legendary. Alternatively, you can just keep buying the 1,000 eggs, and eventually, hopefully you'll get the legendary, but you only have a 3.4% chance, which is obviously not much. But the reason behind that is, you're just going to keep buying these eggs, so you're just going to keep racking up pets over and 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 over. And then when you finally get your legendary, you can break down all those pets and upgrade it a bunch. Because if you buy a 1,000 gem egg, you're going to get 5 pets. If you buy a 5k pet egg, you're going to get 5 pets. So the amount of pets you're going to get for the same amount of money is you're going to get 5 times more. You're going to get 25 pets spending 5 grand here, or you're going to get 5 pets spending 5 grand here. So breaking down 25 pets is going to give you a lot of pet material to upgrade your pet, but you're going to have a really small chance of getting a legendary. Here, you're going to get less pet material because you're only getting 5, but you're going to have a much better chance of getting that legendary. So my idea is to buy a 5k box, egg, whatever it is, to get the legendary, and then just buy a shitload of these to get the shitty pets to break down to upgrade the legendary that you got. So they're the 2 ways of thinking at it. Buy big, get the thing you want. Buy small, get all the crap to break down to upgrade the big thing. Or just keep up buying crap. So you've just got so many pets that you can break down. So when you finally do get the legendary from a small chance, you can upgrade it like crazy. There's no right or wrong answer. I don't know. It's all RNG. You could open one of these with 3.4% chance and get this straight away. You could get it on the first egg. You could get, you can get it large dragon egg. What's the percentage of this? Oh, it's the same. Or you can be like me and spend like at least 80,000 gems, at least, on the 5k accessory boxes and still not get a legendary. So you're meant to get 1 in 5, and I would have spent, what's that? I'm bad at maths. Like between 15 and 20, let's say like 18. You're supposed to get 1 in 5, and I haven't even got 1 in 18. So it's all luck and RNG as is everything in this game. But yeah, saving up 5k, you got a much better chance of getting the legendary. And then if you're going for a specific one as well, like if you're going for, like these are offensive pets, which I don't recommend going for. But we can do it in, can you do? I don't think you can. No, you can't. But I can show you. Similar thing. All right, so here we got the mega offensive pet egg. This has got all the different pets in it. Right, all the different ones. Then you can go to the large offensive pet egg, and you can go for a specific pet. So in this case, it's these two. This one is just Quimby. This one it's just Nelson, etc. So when the pet egg or accessory box or whatever it is comes out, if you want a specific one, like if you just want Quimby, for Nelson for instance, then it's probably better just buying a bunch of these because the only legendary you can get is Nelson. Whereas if you buy this one, which is the 5k one, you have a chance of getting Nelson, but you have a chance of getting all this other shit as well that you may not want. Oh my god, stop killing my head. So that's a thing to consider as well. So like if you really don't want, if you want, I don't know, Dumglim, right? Because Dumglim was here, wasn't he? So you want Dumglim, he's one of, I don't know, let's say 9 defensive, legendary defensive pets. So if you're buying the 5k egg just for Dumglim, you've got a 1 in 9 chance. If you get a legendary, you've got a 1 in 9 chance of getting Dumglim. Whereas this, it's only Dumglim, so it's probably better to just buy a shitload of these and hope for the best. So that's the problem I have with trying to get the Melvin champs, right? Because the Melvin champ doesn't have its own box. It's just lumped in with all the other legendaries. So it's a 1 in 8 chance of getting legendaries. A 1 in 8 chance of getting my Melvin champ from one of those boxes. So I just don't go for it anymore. It's pointless. All right, let me check on chat. Used my Bitcoin today. Got 7 levels, 3 schematics, and 4 legendaries. It's not bad. 4 legs is kind of not many, but 7 levels and 3 schematics is not bad. More gems, more chance of a leg, less pet for materials. Yeah, pretty much. The other thing you got to remember is if you buy the 5k one, you're guaranteed to get an epic, which is pretty decent. I mean, I'm still running epic, so epics aren't shit by any means. If you like a specific pet more than any other, just smaller ones where you go for that specific pet might be better. since getting any of the other legendary pets may not be too... Yeah, okay, so that's basically echoing what I was saying. Pets probably got big, but medium for accessory. Still got 12 hours? Oh, that's alright. Plenty of time. Okay, yeah, so this is the armory, right? There's no way to just delete it? I guess there's not. So I would go... I would just go, like, put nothing on. Just naked everything. Just take off absolutely everything you've got. Then save that as your armory slot. And then that way, if you're putting on any gear and trying to break down any other gear, the armory hasn't got any of it equipped, so you should be fine. That would be my guess. Because that's dumb if you're trying to break down stuff that you're not even wearing anymore, but it's like, no, it's in the armory. And you're like, okay, thanks. Like, you know, whew, I didn't delete the thing because it's one of my armory slots. That's really good as a failsafe. I already saved something, so I can't save it as me being made. You already saved something. Yeah, but just I have an easier way to do that. Just take off everything and save over the top of it. Yeah, like an override. Just save over the top of it. Exactly that. Just take off all your shit and then just save to that one slot. That's pretty dumb, man. That's pretty dumb that they're like, here's the armory, and everyone's like, oh yeah, let's check it out. And then they check it out and you save your thing, and then it actively works against you. That's right. I didn't even think about the armory for, leveling up and stuff, because it's not like I'm not using it in the level up stage of the game, so I didn't even think about it. But yeah, that could be pretty frustrating, I imagine. Maybe that's why Eagle just didn't do it. Because it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. Until it's fixed. Once it's fixed, it'll be great, right? The theory behind it is great. Just, in practice, it's not working too well. As I said before, providing you have really high whales or something like that, and they've all got like a tank set, a bait set, a DPS set, a different DPS set, something, you can just go, okay. Or even multiples, like they've got a damage reduction tank set, and they've got a block tank set, and they've got a damage reduction bait and a block bait, and then they've got a DPS set, and they've got their 5 sets. And you're like, okay, well, I want you to be a full tank with DR, and I want you to be a full tank with block, and then I want you to be a DPS, and I want you to be a bait with block. And then that doesn't work. You're like, okay, I'll swap it around to this, that, the other. So in theory, it's great. And it would mean that you would need less people on your friends list. I would still keep some backups in case something happens, or, whatever. And I've said before that I keep people on my friends list that I don't particularly need for my raid team or anything to chat to, because they aren't in my Discord and stuff, and you can't just, as we talked about before, you can't just chat with a random person in Bit Heroes, like you can't just whisper them and stuff, so I keep them on there for chatting. But yeah, we just need to wait for it all to start clicking, I guess. It's a lot of shit they're working on, like the armory and elemental gear, and I don't know, like this tier's been out for a while, so there's probably a million things they're juggling. Don't really need common equips destroyed. No, it just means you won't be able to delete them. I still don't know why you can't. You will be able to override it though, right? Because if you get different, like if I wanted to save a different set right now, I could just put it in and save over it. So I don't know, man. To answer your question, with all the stuff you've said to me, and either whether I haven't understood it properly or whatnot, but you should just be able to save yourself as wearing nothing, and then that way you can get rid of whatever the hell you want. With my Bitcoin, I had 34 raid shards. And for all of them, I didn't get a single skeletal chest. Oh, really? Oh, that's no loss. That's no loss at all. Skeleton chest is shit. I think in one skeleton chest, the whole time I've been playing it, 2.5 years, I've gotten one legendary out of it. That was it. So I don't know how many skeleton chests that is, but I've got one legendary. Yeah, they're really bad. I don't know what. It's not even. Nah, they're shit. They give you. I think they give. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but you get an epic. I get an epic out of pretty much every single one. But you get gems out of them, so that's good. You get like 25 gems per skeleton chest, which is not bad. Nice for the gems. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I have to pick an item to have equipped. Oh, right. So you literally can't save as naked. Is that what you were saying before? Right. Yeah. Sometimes getting context and tone and stuff over text is hard, right? You can read something one way, but the emphasis is on another way. But over text, you can't tell that. So. You have your armory, except for your main hand, which is just a fishing pole. Just a naked dude with a fishing pole. I like it. Should be a cosmetic. Just naked with a fishing pole. I'm gonna do it as soon as we get out of here. Can you use the fishing rod as a cosmetic with every weapon apart from guns, or is it just for spears? Hopefully everything. Because I've had spear for the last, couple of months or something with this set. But prior to that, I had gun for like nearly 3 tiers in a row. So like I forget what the other weapon cosmetics are. Oh, we can check it, I guess. So this is a spear. What is this? Is this an S word? Yeah, okay. So you can use it for swords and spears. You won't be able to use it with a bow, I'm assuming. No, you can't use it with a bow. An axe? Yep. So all the melee weapons, I guess. What about like a staff? Do we have a staff anywhere? Offhand. That's a spear. I don't know if I even have a staff. Okay. Well, I mean, that's confirmed then, I guess. Okay, there. And then let's go... Balding. And then undies. There we go. Here we go. We're fishing. I put my fishing rod on too. The bobber is in the front of my special area, so it's PG-13. Nice. Is the newer mythic fishing rod usable as a cosmetic? I remember looking through the cosmetic list and not seeing spot in the mythics. I don't know. I mean, I would think so. All the other ones are, right? But you might be right about that. Weird Judge. Alright, go to Armory and select Section by clicking an item. Then click the item you have equipped in the Armory to unequip them. I hope I said what it said makes sense. Yes, also I feel like an idiot now. Wait, hang on, let me see what you said. Go to Armory and go to Item Selection by clicking an item. Oh yeah, nice. Good call. Yeah, this is the thing. This is the epic I got from the World Bus. Apparently, it's the only thing I've got it 3 times. Okay, we're fishing. What am I doing? That's the wrong button. Okay, well, my raid team at the moment is working, which is nice. Yes. Also, I feel like an idiot. It does, yeah. Did everyone participate in the beta feedback thing? Because that'll help, right? People's feedback. You can just go to, I think it's still available. Yeah, here. Test out the beta to earn a beta tester flag. I mean, you get a beta tester flag as well. But you just go there and you click on that. And there's just a form where you like enter your like your character name and stuff and say like what you found wrong with it, or you know what your thoughts on it are, etc. I don't know what the founder flag does. I don't know if it's just cosmetic or whatever, but even if you just want that, just type in like I like it or something, you know, and you'll still get the flag. But yeah, as I said before, they must be juggling a gajillion things between the armory and then all the new elemental gear, and then you know preparing new content like tier 12, and then you know whatever else they're doing and stuff. So it's just, I don't know, they're juggling so many things at once to try and like, I don't know, convince people, keep it fresh. I'm not too sure. It's a whole like jack of all trades type thing. So I don't know. I'm sure they know what they're doing. So today we haven't got anything, Garrett. Any gear? We haven't got any gear so far. Man, 25% is so slow. They had super scrolls on sale again the other day for 300 gems each, I think. I had like 3,000 gems at the time. I'm like, do I spend 10? Do I spend on my gems and just buy 10? And then that way it's like I got 10 days of like decent speed. And I decided no, I'll save till 4.5k and then buy that box that has the egg gore in it, because then that's like 7 days worth for 250. So it's like 10 days of 150. Well, no, because it'd be 15 days of 150 or 7 days of 250, but speed and item find and all that. But you also get the raid shards and thingy baskets, not baskets, raid shard baskets, and badge pouch thingies or token, whatever it is. You get the other consumables with it, so it's better. It's much better. But saving up 4.5k takes a while. So that's why I've stopped, particularly now, stopped going for accessories and stuff, because it's like for my build, I've got the second best accessory in the game. I got Tobit, which is good. So rather than spend, you know, another 5k on an accessory hey, there we go. It's a set. I needed that. To basically get nothing, I can buy a week's worth of 250% consumable bonus. 8 raid shard baskets, which is what, 160 gems? 160 raids, sorry. And a bunch of badges or tokens or whatever it is as well. So like it's way more bang for your buck. But that's if you have, you know, an accessory or a pet or whatever it is. If you don't, then getting them first is priority. Nice drop, I know, right? Oh yeah, we need to check that. We need to check what I'm up to. least we got something. And 25 gems. I remember it wasn't that long ago actually. I had like 35 or something skeleton keys, and I turned like the treasure thing off, and like a skeleton came up, skeleton box came up, and I declined it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to turn that off. And someone in chat, I can't remember who it was just like, why are you holding on to the skeleton keys? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's a good point actually, because I always when I get to max tier, when I get to the raid. I ended up having a legendary equipped in every slot and stuff. I turn it off because I'm like, well, I don't need the legendaries anymore because I have them. But even if you get one, you can break it down for fire blossoms or whatever. So opening them in general at max tier is worth it because you're going to get something out of it. So I don't know, in my head, I'm just like, no, I need to save them. I need to save them for when I'm in the new raid, at the very start of the new raid. It's like, well, it's yeah. So now I've just decided, well, there's no point keeping them. You only get gems out of it anyway. So I've just started using it. But I don't know what, there was a, like, that collector's kind of willpower thing in your head where you're just like, no, I have to save it. No, I have to save it. No, I can't waste it. They can't use it for anything else. Yeah, but I was just saving them so like I could open the chest later on in the game and get better stuff. It's like, no. They should add another chest, maybe, cost 2 or more keys, guarantees a legendary. Yeah, that could be alright. Rare spawn. Yeah, so it could be like, it could be like, Oxer or Bully or Mimsy and all that sort of stuff. Like once in a while in a raid, like just a special chest will appear, and it costs like maybe 5 skeleton chests or something. It's keys or 3 or something. And yeah, and it guarantees you a legendary. I don't mind that. It's not a bad suggestion actually. You could have a set amount, like have 10 for the newest raid. Like keep 10 keys, you mean? See, I don't, like, again, now I don't need them, so I keep opening just because it's like, well, I don't need it. But if they did implement something like Ron just said, you could just save them up and then, you know, have a bunch of keys there ready. Do you want, Ron, do you want me to add that in as a suggestion from you in the official server? Because that's a pretty good suggestion. That would be great. No worries. Is that Ron McDornham? Is that Ron? It's Ron McDon RM. I don't know what the RM is. Is that your in-game name as well? And then I'll throw your in-game name is is capital I. There's no capital thing in this. So like for instance, the capitals don't matter. So it's what I 3 I MBI. It's not case sensitive. I'll throw that in for you right now. You can help me word it as well if you like. Okay. Dev suggestions. Nope, that's not right. Yes, it is. Okay, suggestion by at are you on the official Discord? I need to bring my chat back on. Just initials at the end, right? Ronald McDonald, RM. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about the RM. You should be as like Limby. L. I can't seem to find you. One sec, you'll check. No series. That is a good suggestion. I like it. Hopefully it hasn't been suggested before. Can't seem to find it. Okay. I changed my nickname to have my guild on there. So, Acid. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on. No, I can't find it. Hang on. Why? Why is it so hard? I can't find it. Why? Oh, hang on. We stopped. I can't even find anyone from Acid. Okay, where should I go for more generic suggestions, like things people might have suggested before? Or where do you think it's a good place if it's made, but no headache, if they have no time to think about implementing it? Where should I go for more generic suggestions? Like things people might have suggested before. Good if it's made, but no headache if they have no time. Are you talking about the official Discord, or are you just talking about in general? I can't seem to find you on Discord, man. I don't know why. Like in general, go to the Discord. I mean, if you want just general suggestions for bit heroes in general, like any Discord, like my Discord, there is an official. Yes. Okay, hang on. I'll get links for people. So this is mine. Of which there is a plenitude of people in there that will help with any form of help you need. And that is the official Discord. And I can't seem to get a invite list link for the fan run Bit Heroes, which was the Bit Heroes server before the devs actually made one, that like when the devs took over. I can't get an invite for that, but you can check like mine. There's 600 plus people in there that help. In the official Discord, I don't know how many people are in there. A lot. A lot. Let me see if I can actually say. It won't tell me. Yeah. So either of them, you'll find a bunch of information. All right, hang on. Let me try and get this suggestion thing working. This is frustrating me, actually. I think I'm in a different Beat Hero server, just called Beat Heroes, not official. Yeah, probably the old one, but that's the official. That's the official one. The second link. Okay, now it's just Limby. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. I'll join that and maybe you'll be able to at me. So if you're not in the official one, join that. And then I can tag you in the post. I don't need to tag you in the post. I can just say it's by you, but you just won't get the ping for it. And like they won't be able to click on you or anything. So if you want to join there, you can. If not, I can just like write your name. It's not a big deal. No wonder I couldn't find you. Yeah, just the Bit Heroes is that's the fan run one I was talking about before. Oh yeah, we were going to look at my materials and stuff. And then I got distracted with Discord. We should have more than enough set material now. I think you need 2 per thing to up tier. So that's the camo set is 4 pieces, so that's 8. And then if I was going to up tier the other 2 things, that would need another 4. So I'd need 12 in total. I think with that one we just got now, I think I might have 9. So by the time this tier finishes, I would hopefully have 12. We'll see. I might have more than 9. I don't know. Find out in a sec. Bob. I had a good chat to Bob yesterday. He was talking to me about all the elemental stuff as well. And voicing his concerns. So yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't particularly happy with it. As Will said before, it's just like, I'm yet to find someone, or he was yet to find someone that's actually happy with it. So, I don't know, maybe it's like the Armory and it's just not working the way it should, or I don't know, but as I said before, you know, the more stuff that comes out, it's just more and more of a learning curve and more things to juggle. So from a free-to-play perspective, I don't like it, but we will see. Have you joined that server yet? Oh, you just need to be verified. I see. That sucks. I forgot that that was a thing. Yeah, you have to be a verified player and stuff. I guess it's just so people don't make, you know, a gajillion accounts and flood the place and stuff. Man, this raid takes so long. It takes so long. Stupid 25%. What good are you? Oh no, I died. No, not you. Get your freaking mount out of the way. Okay, come on. Another set. Yeah, it's blue. That always happens, right? You say, yes, blue set. No, it's just a rare. Yes, orange, yellow, legendary. Oh no, it's just a fireball. Always happens. Excited for nothing. I think what we got like 3 left. It's an ancient. Wait, yeah, that doesn't happen. Yeah, yeah. Every time you kill something and you see the little like legendary thing, you're like yes, and then it's always just like a fire blossom. Yeah, we got 3 left. Okay, let's see. So if we go to, oh wait, let's first of all, let's exchange all the things. Okay, nice. Oh. We go to materials. We can now see I have how many? I got 2.2k. Okay, so I've got enough there, and then if we go trade, and I come down here, I've got 9. I've got 9 fire pieces, so I need another 3 then. So I've got two per thing, so it'd be 2 for that, 2 for that, 2 for that, 2 for that to up tier, and then I'll need another 1 to up tier one of these, and then another 2 to up tier one of these. If my maths and everything is correct, like I haven't up tiered sets and stuff before, so I could be completely off on that. And I think it's 500 per piece as well, so 500,000, 1.52k, so we're at 2.2. So that means I would need 3k total, 3,000 fire blossoms total, and 12 set materials. So we're not too far away actually. We're like what, 3 set materials and 800 fire blossoms? Not too far. Once I get that, I don't know what to do. I guess keep going just for the sake of it. Like normally when I get full TS in previous tiers, which would have been for me ages ago, I've had this set for, like, I've had full TS for a while, but then I've had this set, you know, like probably a couple of weeks after I got full TS. I finally got the full set. Anyway, like months ago at this point. So normally what I do is I don't get full TS anywhere near that quickly. I just get my full TS, and then I go, well, I don't need to do this raid anymore. Like, I'm not going to get any better gear or stuff. I've already got all the gear I need. And then I just go and do, like what you're doing, William. I just do previous raids for familiars. Because, why not, right? I'm not going to get anything else. May as well spend it getting the Ragnars and stuff I needed for Bobodom, or the Driffins I needed for Warcombe, or, you know, whatever it was. But I have my +5 Bobodom, I have my +5 Warcombe, I have my 2 +5 Glasdosses. So I'm working, I may as well, I'm just going to work on making 4 Glasdosses. So when it's a 5v5 PvP, I'm just going to have 4 of them, just for the lols. So, but none of them. It's just the Teal'c dungeon. It's not a raid, so I don't really need a raid familiar at the moment. So me going to like previous raids to get a raid fam for no reason. And you know, like this, as I said earlier, there's always something to do, right? You know, it's like, okay, I'll start plus 5ing this fam instead, or plus 5ing this fam instead. If you're a whale and stuff, like, and you've got all your sets and your gear and all that sort of stuff. But for me, for free to play and stuff, like I need familiars to be able to do Trials Gauntlet, and I've got them. I've got either Bobodom and Walkham, or 2 Glasdosses. So that's basically it. You know, I don't need anything else. The other fams would be for PvP. And you know, I've got a +5 Walkham. He's alright. I've got 2 +5 Glasdosses. He's alright. So I don't really need to or want to spend that much time farming to get a +5 one fam just for PvP, which I might use in only 4s and 5s PvP anyway. So I don't really need to hunt fams at the moment. So I don't know. Just keep doing this raid because I may as well. But yeah, it's kind of reached that point for me as well, having everything that I need. It's just going through the motions at the moment. So once I get those 3k fire blossoms and the 3 more set piece breakdowns, there's not really anything for me to be aiming for. And I was saying before, it's always good to have goals to go for. Like, who was it? It's Crispy, right? That was talking about going through to get all these rune fragments to make his stuff block. So he's working on something right now. I'm not working on anything. I'm just playing. after the 3 more sets and the 800 more fire blossoms. Once I get all that, then it's just I don't have a goal, which is a bit scary, because when you don't have a goal, you just wander around doing nothing. So like Will, you at the moment you're going for your sword, so you got that goal going. So I'll just have to find something to strive for. But we'll get this one done first. Get this goal completed. I guess it could be going for the elemental gear, but that's like heroic, right? And I'm not like super strong enough to do heroic unless I get carried. Because the pure dual strike build is just not very good. I'm working on it, but not enjoying being stuck with it because of the elements. What do you mean? Stuck with the element? How do you mean? But not enjoy being stuck with it. Oh, you mean being stuck with DR? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that that's all just changed, right? Because DR's been so strong for so long. This was kind of another thing we were talking about in the previous stream of, and I guess it's the same with any game, right? With metas and stuff. And then it gets all switched up, and then all of a sudden, exactly your scenario, you've worked towards something for so long, and you finally get there, and you're like, yes, I did it. I'm like, complete with the big boys. I've spent all this time and all this effort and all this, I finally did it, and then they swap it and they just switch it up and like, no, that's shit now, and you're like, so yeah, I feel that. It's kind of like in previous tiers for me with gear, right? I would generally only ever max out my TS within like a few weeks of the new content coming out. So say the new content comes out, say like, it won't obviously, but as a hypothetical, let's say tier 12 comes out on New Year's Day, on the 1st of January. You know, I'd only start around now, maybe start to get to full TS. It's like, yes, I got the full TS, I did it. And then like 2 weeks later, the new tier comes out and you're like, well, that didn't last long. And then you start all over again. It's kind of like that. You know, if you make guides and stuff saying like, go do this, do this, do this, do this. This is the way to go. Don't worry about this. This isn't that good. Make sure you get these guys, these familiars to do this, da 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 da. And then the meta changes, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, that guide video is no longer relevant. Or, you know, has not so much no longer relevant, but has some information that's not as good as what it could be. And then you update the video, and then like, you know, a couple months later, that's not relevant, and you update the video again, etc. But that's meta. Like any game like that, any game has stuff like that where something's strong, and like, I don't know, like even FPSs and stuff, like they there's just someone finds something that's particularly broken, like some gun is particularly broken, everyone uses it, so then they nerf it. Or like Overwatch, some one of the characters or the heroes or whatever they call them is just like stupidly strong, and so they just change it. And like League of Legends, every patch has nerfs and balances and all that sort of stuff, so it is shitty though. You spend so much time. Like, I guess those games though, every game is just different. You play League as, I don't know, a character. Let's say you played as Ashe. I don't know, why not? And for whatever reason, Ashe is really strong. And then the next patch, they just nerf her because for whatever reason, why she's strong. It's just like, oh, well, okay, I'll just play someone, not Ashe. And same thing with Overwatch. If you're playing as freaking Reinhardt and he's strong for some reason, and then the next patch they like nerf Reinhardt and you're like, oh well, I just won't play Reinhardt anymore, type thing. But with something like this where you work towards and you spend months and months, years, whatever it is, on your gear for it to then be less viable is kind of annoying. More than kind of annoying, because if it's just a character you pick up and every game is a new game and there's no like carryover, it's not like you pick Ashe as your hero and then it, like WoW, right? So if you say you went like a Warlock and you played a Warlock for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden Warlocks are like mad strong, and you're like, fuck yeah, this is great. Like, I'm so strong right now, this is awesome. And then they nerf him to the ground. You're like, well, this character I've been working on for 2 years now is utterly useless. It's way more of a hit than just some character or some gun that you play with in some other game, and that gets nerfed so you just choose something else. Whereas with this, you kind of like commit to what you're doing, and then if it gets changed, you're kind of screwed. With things being balanced and tweaked, guides are helpful for a certain time. After that, the helpfulness goes down. Yeah, so that's why I made like an updated familiar guide recently, because it was just like my 10-part beginner guides where I touched on familiars and stuff, and was saying like go and get get your Shramps and Ballland, and it was don't worry about stabling them or anything like that, because at that point augments weren't a thing, and so stabling wasn't that important. And then get through to wherever it was to raid 1, and then you can get Yobbo and Squibbo, and then once you have Yobbo and Squibbo, you can start working on Bobbidom and Wembo. And that was kind of like the just easy transition. But now with augments and the fact that stabling is so important and stuff, the Yobbo and Squibbo is no longer the best thing to do. Just +5 Shramps and Ballin until you get to Remy T. Replace Ballin with Remy T, and then replace Hilarious with replace Shramps with Hilarious, and then use them to get to endgame to then start working in the legend. So that that whole process has completely changed. So like I made an update video for that. But now with elemental gear and everything coming out, like we'll have to see how that plays. Okay, hang on. This song makes me want to hurt myself. we'll have to see how that plays out and stuff. And then there'll be a whole different, with this block and everything we're talking about, a whole different meta shift with all this new information. The other thing is, I don't know if my YouTube channel is going to exist in 15 days, or whether I'm going to have to delete it because of this whole like children's law thing. So like I might not even be making guides and Big Hero content anymore. I don't know. I'll still stream it like on Wednesdays and Sundays, or Tuesday and Saturdays, like as far as the actual daily bonuses go. But if I get rid of my channel, then, you know, all the guides and helpful stuff that I've done in the past is all gone. So, you know, still stream and people can hang out and stream and we can talk shit. But as far as making guides and updates and stuff, just won't be a thing anymore. What's happening? YouTube did the dumb shit again. Yeah, it's a big thing. We won't. We've talked about it to death. I won't get into. I'll quickly explain. Like a minute. I'll explain within. I will explain the whole thing within a minute. Is what I mean. Once I was drifting early game tank, I was starting to get annoyed as there weren't early game tank guides very commonly. Well, early game tank is pretty rough there. Basically, dumb American laws are threatening to fine YouTube. Very, very long story short is it's to protect children. So yeah, it's done today. If you want to learn more about it, just Google or on YouTube look up copper. Look up copper and FTC. Look up copper and FTC. It's pretty much to do with cookies. So you know, like on cookies on not the cookies that you eat, although they're pretty good. You know, like you go on websites and stuff and they save your information and shit so that you can log in easier, and they track your things so they can give you targeted ads and all that sort of stuff. It's not legally, you can't legally track, save your details and shit. Yeah, you can't legally track cookies from children under the age of 13. And there's this big drama and law about it and everything. And COPPA stands for Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, something like that. It's this big drama. Anyway, as of a few months ago, you had to either designate whether your YouTube channel was safe for kids or not safe for kids. Mine is definitely not safe for kids, so it's marked it as that. Every video you put out, there's a is this child friendly video? No. Is this child friendly video? Yes. And you click one of them, even though I've said that my channel is not kid friendly. On every video I also have to click it's not kid friendly. And then if for whatever reason the algorithm, this is not people doing this is the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, which if you know anything about YouTube it's got a mind of its own, deems that your video is child friendly and it gets put out and it's not child friendly because I'm talking about dildos and swearing and stuff, then I can get fined up to $42,000 per video. I won't get fined 42 grand, but I will get fined potentially up to $42,000 US per video. I've got like 2,000 something, like 2,500 plus videos on my channel, dating back from like 4 years ago. So yeah, and I have no filter. I just speak my mind and say what's going on and make jokes and you know, whatever. And I swear a bit and whatnot. So pretty much every one of my videos will get flagged. If they get flagged, I'll get fined. Not to drag it on, but and shit, but half the kids talk about that stuff too. I know. It's completely stupid. It's a law, right? It's not just YouTube being dicks. I mean, YouTube are dicks. They got themselves into this problem to start with. That's a whole different, again, if you're super interested, just look up, Google, copper FTC on YouTube or whatever it is. If you're in my Discord, check the newsroom. I've put links in there and stuff. And the dumb thing is, right? The dumb thing is then you go, okay, if you don't swear and talk dumb shit and stuff like me, I'll just mark all of my videos as safe for kids. That way I'm safe, right? I can't get found out. They've made it so that people that do make kid-friendly content, they lose 90% of their AdSense revenue. So 90% of the ads that make them money, they're not going to get that anymore because they can't target child ads. and so it'll just be generic ads. And because they can't target ads, advertisers won't want to advertise on those videos because they're not going to make money out of it, right? So if you're a child content, making content for children on YouTube, you lose 90% of your money, basically. Your videos won't come up in searches. You won't have like end screens and all that sort of stuff. Your videos won't come up, like you won't get notifications in your subscription feed when they go live, all this sort of stuff. So basically making child-friendly videos is pointless because you won't get discovered because it won't come up in search engines and recommended videos and all that sort of stuff. Your subs won't get notifications that if you've got a video up, they'll just have to find it via scrolling, and you'll make no money. So effectively it's like, okay, YouTube, screw kids, everyone move into mature content because that's where all the money's going to be from ads and stuff. But then you do the mature content, and then if you get found as a kid, if the video gets found as a kid, you get fined out the ass. So it's not good, basically. So I'm still waiting on YouTube for a response. I've emailed them about multiple different things on stuff and still haven't heard back from them. And I've pressured them and they're like, we're still waiting to hear from our whatever team on for that, question or whatever it is. When we know, we'll get back to you, type thing. I bet half or more of the lawmakers don't actually use cell phones, the internet. Yeah, a lot of them are just old, don't know what's going on. Don't get why they can't just ban accounts that are known for being used by people under the 30. Well, this is the thing, right? I know I said before I'm going to explain the whole thing in a minute. I explained it probably in a few minutes, but this isn't no longer explaining it. This is now having a discussion. That it's dumb because it just hurts everybody. It hurts the content creators. It hurts YouTube. It hurts the kids. It hurts families that are like... it basically just hurts everybody. Apart from the FTC and stuff, the people that are going to make money. And like people, so for me, right, I'm not a big YouTuber by any means, of 4.2 thousand subs or something. So I'm like super small fish, like minute little freaking itty bitty fish in a massive pond. So I don't make, I don't put a video out and it gets like 5 million views and I make like a few $1,000s off that video or whatever it is. It's for just out of curiosity type thing. Like I'm very honest with things and open and happy to tell anyone any information they want. Not personal information, but as far as this kind of stuff goes, I make about $80 off YouTube every 2 months, I'd say. So I make no money out of it, right? Very, very, very little money out of it. But that's through AdSense, which is the company or the way you make money through ads, right? So advertisers put ads on your videos, those ads gets watched, they take a portion of the revenue from those ads, and we get a portion of that revenue from ads. And so if someone's watching your video and there's no ad on it, you don't get paid. If there's a video on your ad, if there's an ad on a video and people watch that ad, eventually after X amount of ads and it all builds up and stuff, it's hard to explain, you get paid. So I make maybe $80 every 2 months. So like $40 a month if I'm lucky from YouTube stuff. So not very much, right? Whereas people put out, like, if you're, I don't know, who's like a massive YouTuber? PewDiePie, right? He's one that I can think of. He puts out a video and it gets 5 million views. He's probably making like multiple thousands of dollars off that video. And if he's putting one of them out every couple of days, he's just making bank, right? Verily, welcome as well, by the way. We're right at the end, but welcome. So AdSense is the way of making money through ads and stuff is now going to be limited. Congrats on tier 10. That's awesome. So from all the things I've watched and all the information I've sourced and all that sort of stuff, and there's a social media lawyer that's on YouTube that's giving free advice and all this sort of stuff. They're basically like, don't rely on AdSense anymore. And the way they explained it, I've mentioned this before in other streams as well, and I don't want to harp on because it's the end of the stream as well. And if you want to, I did a big post in my news section of my Discord as well. But basically, the way they're saying is that look at other social media platforms like Instagram and I don't know, man, Snapchat and what used to be Vine and TikTok and all these things where people get followers from it, right? They put out their let's use TikTok because I have no idea what TikTok is, but it's a new Vine. This is it's something like the new Vine. Let's call it something like that. I don't know. Vine. We'll just use Vine, even though it's dead. We'll use Vine. People make Vine content, right? And they put it out, and there's 4 bajillion people doing it, just like YouTube. And then you're the diamond in the rough, and you get discovered or whatever it be. And all of a sudden, you become big, and you get multiple thousands, millions, whatever it is, following you on Vine, and you're making all these Vine videos and getting paid literally 0 cents for making these videos. But you get a big community following you, and then that community will offer, start going like, hey man, I appreciate your things, here's $10. Or, hey dude, I really, I've been watching you for the past year, and your videos have cheered me up through hard times, here's like $50. And then those people might make like a merch shop, online merch shop of their, their logo or their sayings or whatever it is on t-shirts and hats and mugs and all this sort of stuff. And people are like, yeah, cool, I'll buy that t-shirt for $25. And then, all that type of thing. So they're saying like all of these other social media platforms, YouTube's the only one that you get paid through ads. Every other one, you have to build your community and then lend on your community to financially support you if they want to. So they're like, basically ignore ads now on YouTube because it's going to be really bad. And if you've built a community and stuff, and that's the way to do it, and then your community wants to help you financially, if they're like, want to throw you some money here and there, or if you might make a merch shop and all the rest of it, let them do it. Because they're there and they want to help and want to support you because they appreciate the stuff that you're doing. A lot of people feel iffy about that, and they like making the money off ads because then it's not singling one person out. But if one person says, hey, I want to help you, some people get a bit weird about, like, find it hard to accept like charity like that, which it definitely falls onto me. So they're like, you need to change your mindset, and everyone else does that and builds a community, and then the community helps them by donating or buying stuff from merch and stuff. And you need to get out of the mindset of relying on AdSense for your revenue and get into the mindset of leaning on your community to help you type thing. So that's basically the gist of it. Snapchat, TikTok, etc. No money, no value, useless. The K member Choosy is giving away Choosy Goblin. There you go. So that's the difference. That's what's happening with YouTube now. It's AdSense is a scam. It's all going up in flames effectively. It won't change for a lot of people, but for people such as myself, who this, like Bit Heroes for instance, can be seen, I would think, could be seen as kid friendly because of the art style. And then even me myself, like I'm wearing a freaking chicken hat on my head. They're like, oh, this guy wears a chicken hat, kid friendly. Or at the moment we're doing a Pokemon playthrough. Pokemon's a kid game, all that sort of stuff. If any of that stuff gets flagged as kid friendly, I'm screwed. So I may just have to, get rid of my YouTube account or something, and then rely on, stream donations or merch. If I make a merch store, or just donations in general and stuff. If people want to help me financially, but with donations and stuff. Anyway, that's. Well, we can do one more world boss. That's it. As I said, we've talked about this a bunch recently. Obviously, people in our chat here haven't heard about it. That's why we had a chat. But I don't want to repeat myself over and over for everyone that's heard it a million times. But yeah, there's all this stuff I've written up in the news section of my Discord if you're interested, and links to videos and all this sort of stuff. Anybody who doesn't watch you thinks you're kid friendly. I mean, probably, right? That's what I mean. Probably. And then you watch me and then it's like, yeah, this is not kid friendly. I mean, this stream, I haven't really said inappropriate stuff, but I still swore and stuff. I can't pretend to be something I'm not. And even if I tried my hardest to not swear, I would still swear. It's just who I am. But anyway. All right, that's it for Bit Heroes. Unless I'm working on Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday. Otherwise, next weekend should be fine. For everyone that's sticking around for Pokemon, give me like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to go make a snack. I've got to go get the Switch and bring it back up and sort it out and OBS and all that fun stuff. But we'll be going to Pokemon fairly quickly, so stick around and you'll get the notification when I go live anyway. Alright. Enjoy my snack, I will. I'll see those of you coming for Pokemon. Otherwise, I'll see everyone on Wednesday. Okay, bye!